Welcome to the From Code to C-Suite podcast.
You don't need to charge and to wait multiple hours. You directly swap in 1 minute, less than 1 minute, and then you continue on the road. Look at myself a scientist.
Okay, nice.
Rather than an engineer. Why a scientist? Because I always go back to the fundamentals. I think I didn't sleep for 1 week trying to complete this project. With time, you understand that being able to dedicate your time and your early career is the best thing you can do for your entire life. Being quick sometimes is better than having a good quality. That's why we rebuilt later on everything. At some point. If you don't be quick, someone else will eat you.
Yeah, they've got that hunger, right?
Yes. This hunger is very, very important.
Mohammed's journey is insane. From a small Lebanese village to leading one of the fastest growing EV startups in the region. This is mindset, execution, and vision in action. Let's get into the conversation.
You were talking a lot in the past 3 years that AI will replace everyone. But we will figure out that in the next 3 years that AI will complement everyone.
Mohammad, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Liam. I'm good. How about you?
Very good, thanks. Great to have you here. I know most of the time you're based in Lebanon, so amazing to catch you when you're in Dubai. Much appreciated.
My pleasure. How
Yeah, how's your time in Dubai so far?
Allah, Dubai is a very good place to live, to spend some time, to visit, to work, for everything.
Yeah?
And it's great to see a lot of people here
Nice.
in Dubai.
How often do you normally come to Dubai? A couple of times a year?
Around every quarter, one time at least. You need to visit the team, visit the offices, be on the ground for some time, and then do the magic, the actual implementation later on.
Good stuff. Well, look, just as a bit of an introduction for anybody that doesn't know you or what you do, etc., can you give us a bit of a brief overview of what you do now, what your position is, and what you're currently working on?
So I'm a chief technology officer at a startup called Redefining. The thing is, I need to explain a little bit the concept because it's new to the region.
Yeah.
Our concept is more about infrastructure and battery swapping and EVs. It's like Tesla, but for motorcycles or scooters. And the thing that is more than Tesla is you don't charge. You only swap the batteries. So for fleets running for delivery or running for big companies, there is no downtime for your fleet. You don't need to charge and to wait multiple hours. You directly swap in 1 minute, less than 1 minute, and then you continue on the road. So that's my focus. Everything around this, from technology enabling the infrastructure, the swapping, the tracking, and the data and analytics behind all of this. This is my job right now.
Nice. Okay, cool. So talk to me more about Driveterra and exactly what they do, right? So just paint the picture of when you say drivers, are we talking about maybe it's Deliveroo drivers, Careem drivers, for example? Is it that sort of people that you're working with?
Exactly. It's all of them. Initially, we provide the technology, but also we use the technology. So Driveterra, we're like 2 layers. We have our team that provide and produce the bikes, the batteries, the stations, and the software running behind all of this. And we have the other team taking our technology and penetrating the market with it.
Nice. And obviously you guys are the only company that I believe are doing this in the region at the moment, right?
We are the first. The exclusivity is for us in Dubai and so on in multiple countries as well.
Okay, cool. So how exactly does it work? Let's say, for example, I'm a delivery driver and instead of using, I'm assuming fuel, right? I'm using a battery-powered motorbike instead. I can continuously keep going around without having to stop and refuel. I can just swap the batteries at specific stations around the city. How exactly does it work?
Exactly. So our station are located multiple locations around the city. If you are a driver, you only open our app, you check the location, you will go to the station, you will scan the QR code, and then and let's say 30 to 50 minutes, 30 to 50 seconds, not even minute.
Wow.
I don't say 1 minute because I never saw a complete minute.
Yeah.
It's always under 1 minute.
Wow.
If you want to fuel, it will take you 5 minutes. But if you're swapping, it takes you less than 1 minute.
Yeah. How, in comparison, right, if I was driving a electrical powered bike and I needed to stop and charge it, what would be the time difference? If I was to swap a battery, right, it's less than a minute. But if I was to charge my full tank in a battery, how long would that usually take?
It will take around 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
Like an average, I think. The thing is, working with batteries and the heat and GCC, it's our like let's say patent or our secret. We know now exactly how to manage our batteries, how to manage this operation and GCC.
Nice. Okay. And a bit more about the business. How long have you guys been going for? How long have you been there? What does the headcount look like?
We're 41 engineer.
Oh, wow.
That's like the R&D part. And for drivers, we have our 200 driver now, 250 driver on the ground. By end of the year, we're planning to like times 4, times 5 the current fleet we have. Maybe other companies will have our bikes, but also like their drivers. So this is also like another segment of it. We've been on the ground for almost 3 years. We started by multiple generations in our technologies, especially the hardware side. The software side of Story also had multiple evolutions until we reached a certain maturity for the usage, for the back end, for the whole infrastructure as is.
Okay, nice. So how long did it take to make the tech and the software, the hardware and the software actually, before you go to market on something like that? Because it's quite unique, isn't it?
Exactly. It took us around 1 year and a half. The thing is, we had to do a lot of iterations to understand exactly. You will say that some people will go and buy the technology as is, maybe from other countries. And we saw this happening for multiple other maybe competitors or companies. But once they bring it into the region, it's not the same. From hardware side, we have the heat up to 60 degrees.
Yeah.
So you're managing lithium batteries on the ground up to 60 degrees.
On a motorbike as well, which is hot, right?
Exactly. And the good thing is our station is now an ENOC and a fuel station. So that's a certain level of maturity of safety that we reach in our product from a hardware side. From a software side, we kept iterating for around a year. After 1 year, the day I joined full-timer, we rebuilt everything from a software side in only 3 months. Of course, this is because of the AI, because of everything that helped us shape our new, like we throw our MVP and we rebuild everything in a scalable way. We're now ready to support 10,000, 100,000 bike running same time on the ground.
Nice. Okay. I'm keen to understand as well, right? So let's say, for example, most of the, I guess, CTOs, for example, that I spoke to, they may be working on a fintech product or a SaaS product, and they're managing a team of engineers and they're building something specifically that's very tech focused. As a CTO, it sounds like you're managing obviously the software stuff, but there's also hardware and things like that. What does your role look like, and what does the tech behind that look like that you're managing and building?
Okay, so I can say I'm managing completely the hardware. Because we have a very good hardware lead.
Okay.
In our team. So he's a right hand for me, for the CEO, for everyone when everything comes to hardware. From a software perspective, it's like I'm used to this. I've built multiple teams of software engineers before. The mindset also between hardware and software is a little bit different in terms of how we manage the team, the mindset, how they work. Let's say one example, in hardware, you need someone very specialized. You need someone to know exactly on electrical side, on mechanical side. But in software, my like philosophy is no, I need someone who can know the full cycle. I don't hire someone and tell him you are a front end or you are a back end or you are only a DevOps. I need someone that can understand the full cycle of the product. When working in an infrastructure level, it's not, infrastructure, the urban infrastructure or the city infrastructure. You need someone that he can be able to respond very quickly when your system is down.
Yeah.
So that's my philosophy, at least for the time being, because it always evolves, depends on the project, depends on the requirement, the strategy of the company altogether will shape this kind of philosophy.
Nice. It's a very niche and unique type of product, I guess. What stack would you use? What I guess technology stack, right? Do you guys use?
Yeah, some CTOs will call me crazy for the way we built our app.
Okay.
The requirements aren't clear.
Yeah.
From a product perspective.
Yeah.
Before coming to the software. Why I'm saying it's not clear? Because we have multiple category of end users. The main focus for the users now are the delivery drivers. So how will you capture feedback from the delivery drivers when you have multiple nationalities? When you have people that they never use technology, maybe at some point. So taking this into consideration, the way the software translated this is by having a microservices approach. Not fully microservice. It's between modular, monolith, and a microservices approach. So every time we need to add a component or remove a component, we have the playground till today to add or remove very quickly. And we also back to the infrastructure itself, having multiple components, each component responsible for one specific thing, helped us a lot manage the risk of going down. Because imagine now going to a fuel station, you want to fuel your car and add some gas, but the machine is not working, system is down. What you will do?
That's it then, yeah.
So imagine this how we work from a software perspective right now. If one component fail, the rest are still working. If the rest are everything fail, we also still have our SOPs, our disaster recovery plan, not only from software side but also from operational sides. Yeah.
Okay. So when that happens, then have you built a system where if something does fail, it's got a backup that automatically generates itself, or have you guys got to have people on tech all the time just in case something does fall through or stops working?
It's actually both.
Okay.
So it's not only like the DevOps side, because now the infrastructure term I'm using now is for the software.
Okay.
So on the service level, everything can fail back to another component. Same component can fail back to another copy of itself.
Right, understood.
The data is always backed up somewhere. But also, not only our tech people, also our hardware engineers, our operation guys, even the drivers are trained and they know what to do in terms of emergencies and in terms of failure. Going back to your question about the stack, I think I forgot to answer the stack itself. So every component from this architecture is built using the right thing. Let's say there is some component that you need, like the station itself. It's an edge computing thing. We don't give the station only the order to swap, and then the station will itself decide on what to do without intervention. So we're minimizing the bandwidth. The station will run on a Java stack.
Okay.
The server, maybe notification, will run on another stack. Maybe also the inventory side run on JavaScript side.
Okay.
The front end, of course, it will be on a different technology, but altogether they shape one system.
Okay.
That work as one, like your body. You have multiple components working as one body at the end, and one human at the end. So this is the same scenario.
It must be quite complicated then. If people join the business, they've got to know a bit of everything, right? Or do you have it segmented differently in terms of what people specialize in when they join?
No, we have like an owner.
Okay.
So if you join for mobile on our side, you own the mobile.
Okay.
But I expect from you that you will be able to understand if you send an API request to the back end, how it's processed. So we can always optimize. I think why I have this, once I asked an engineer or a lead in AWS in the US. He told me that we don't have a DevOps in our team. I looked at him and then he told me everyone in our team is a DevOps. We are software engineers rather than developers. They know, each one of them, if he's not there, they know how to act correctly, and they own the whole system together.
Nice.
But there is someone with ownership on specific thing, like front end. This guy, he will make the end decision, not me.
Okay.
Or this guy, he will make the end decision on the mobile.
Where their strengths are, right? They would make the decision, but they have to know everything throughout.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Well, look, I know we've kind of gone off piece a little bit there in terms of everything that the business does, but I really wanted to also figure out your history, right? And in your background. And I guess my next question is when or how or what first, sparked your interest in technology?
It's back in time. It's very, whenever I was raised in a village before moving to the city, and it's not the main city in Lebanon. At the end, and still till today, technology side, we're a little bit late.
Nice. So this is where you're from, right? Paint the picture. You were raised in Lebanon.
Yes.
Nice.
In the second city in Lebanon. So the technology is a little bit late in Lebanon. The main technology is always in the capital. So I was like growing where I don't see that much of, and even my friends in the school, they didn't have phones until the university or like in secondaries. So no tablets. Also I remember I bought my first a laptop. It was a used laptop for $150.
Wow. What laptop was it? Do you remember?
It was a Toshiba laptop. Specific? It was like this.
Like a brick, yeah.
Yeah. I still have it till today. It's still running. But today, this car, when if you need to turn on the car, you with two wires.
Yeah.
I turn it the same way.
No way.
Because I didn't find this power on button.
Oh my gosh, no way.
So I did something.
How old was you when you got your first laptop then?
I don't actually remember. It's maybe 15th. Something like this. And I also remember the way I learned coding was a little bit unusual because someone found me on the street. I still know him, and he told me, "Come, I want to tell you something." Told me, "Tell me," and then he told, like, "Look, the future is for programming."
What? Just come? How did this happen? Just completely.
He know my father.
Okay. I thought you was just walking down the street and some random guys put his arm around you and said, "Come
no,
here."
This will be harassment.
Yeah. I was thinking that's so strange.
Yes, this will be harassment. So this was his advice for me. I had later on some like resistance from the ecosystem that no, programming will not work. Programming is nothing.
Was this guy a programmer then? Sorry, was he pretty involved in tech? The guy that
he owned a workshop for laptops, for phones, for servers, but he know that programming is the future.
Yeah.
So this was his advice for me at the beginning, and then I had a lot of resistance in my ecosystem that no, this is not the right way.
Yeah.
Even my father, the way he was convinced is not because of me. There was another guy.
Yeah.
Later on, I met him in Beirut, in the capital. I remember his name till today. He was in the same taxi with my father coming back from work, and then he told him about his work, and then my father asked him about programming, and then this guy explained everything for my father: the career growth, what he can do, what he can achieve, and that's how it went. My father was convinced. At the end.
I suppose though, right? I guess what did your father do? What was his line of work?
He's in military.
Military.
He was in military.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess look, if he's not aware of tech, like you don't understand, do you? And I guess back then he wouldn't have any idea of what it meant or what it could possibly be.
Yeah. This is very common like, everywhere. They need you to be a doctor, to be a civil engineer. Not our engineering right now.
Yeah.
This is the new engineering hype.
Yeah.
But previously, this is what they saw. They saw people going out from the country to maybe Saudi Arabia, to Dubai, building skyscrapers, and then making a lot of money. So this is what they see.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Mohammed, or maybe engineer Mohammed. This is what the mentality. Still till now, if you go maybe to Egypt, if you go to old people, they will tell you the same story again.
Yeah, it's true. I understand. I can understand why. So where you was at school, obviously outside the main city in Lebanon, what did the tech class at school look like? So I remember in the UK, we had ICT. We had the ICT class once a week, and you would get the basics of we used to use something called Dreamweaver. I don't know if you've heard of Dreamweaver, like a super, super basic thing. What did a day in the IT class look like for you?
It was a 45-minute class once a week, but starting in secondary, not in the middle school or maybe before. So like I was getting good grades. At least this is what I remember. I also have like one paper, the Control Shift, the Control C, Control V shortcuts. But it was very basic how to use a computer.
And you felt like that was what you was really interested in most.
Yeah. And in my last year in before university, I did one project for it was a hardware project, hardware and software side, for the light of the car. So whenever there is two cars coming in front of each other, it will automatically detect the light, switch off both. I know business side is not feasible, but technically this was my project back then. And from there, I started taking, after this project, like I applied for the national science competition.
Oh, nice.
I didn't win eventually. I told you it's not that feasible. No? If I remember, it's not that feasible.
Yeah.
And then I participated in an entrepreneurship program.
Nice.
Eventually, they employed me later on.
And is that before university or after university or?
I was only 17.
Oh wow, okay. So before university then?
Yes. In my first year, I went to the boot camp, like for entrepreneurship. I found out that I should learn English at least, because in Lebanon it's French. So I started learning English from that point. It's not like we learn English from our first grade.
Yeah.
And then like every year there was another challenge coming on until eventually I graduated from Lebanon. I completed my master's degree in Arizona State University. And this was the like where I changed the most.
What did you study at uni then? Sorry, what was it? Computer science?
Computer science.
Nice.
Mostly. So I don't call myself an engineer. I don't call myself a scientist.
Okay, nice.
Rather than an engineer. The thing is, why a scientist? Because I always go back to the fundamentals. Every time I have a problem, every time I want to build something, and especially now in this time and this year, 2025, I recommend for everyone to go back to fundamental. I will do the job on your behalf, but if you know the fundamental, I will not replace you. He will empower you.
Makes sense. What would you say fundamentals are then, for you specifically, or stuff that you guys build?
Yeah, imagine this mic itself.
Yeah.
So I will give you a design of a mic.
Yeah.
But at the end, you should understand if this mic will work and how it works and how my voice is transmitted through the wires. So this is very similar to software. Also, you should understand, let's say, how encryption work. And those basics, you can't find them neither in university, neither in online courses, neither in YouTube. It's not online. It's in the books, technical books. You need to buy technical books, because even the university course is based on a technical book at some point. So you take this technical book and you grasp the knowledge from those books to be able to learn the fundamentals. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And the AI now is trained on online data.
Yeah.
It's I didn't see, like, maybe there is some books that he's trained on them, but there is a lot of books that still not involved in the knowledge base of the AI that we're using now.
Is there any books that spring to mind that was like, gosh, that was the most influential book in my life, or the thing that you learned the most from?
It's one book, actually, because in this book, if you go to the references, you will be taken to a library of books. It's called Software Engineer Body of Knowledge.
Okay, nice.
So if you're learning product management, there is a product manager body of knowledge. And if you're learning software engineering, there is a software engineer body of knowledge. So this book, someone gave it to me also at some point. And this also changed the way I think. This evolved my mind from from a developer to a scientist or an engineer. This is how I transferred from developer, normal developer doing front end, to someone who can do like anything later on.
That was going to be my next question, actually. So when you first started being a software, I guess, developer until you got to the scientist part as such, what was you developing? What code was you writing back then?
I started with called vanilla JavaScript, which is the very base. The thing is, I was first year university, and someone came to me, do you know how to do this? I told him no. He asked me to try to find someone, and we didn't find anyone eventually. So I told him, can I learn how to do it? And I will do it for you, for cheaper. And then he told me yes. Then I went to my father, look, father, I have this kind of amount of money. I need $200 extra to buy a new laptop. And I will pay eventually like my investment back in 3 months. And then he was a little bit convinced, because buying a laptop for $1,000 was a little bit challenging for a middle class family in Lebanon. So what happened after this, I bought the laptop, and I spent, I think, I didn't sleep for 1 week trying to complete this project. I learned front end, and then I discovered they need another technology. So I migrated from this one to another one, and I learned this was my first like actual experience.
All in the space of a week.
Yeah, yeah. And for 1 week, even if I go to university, you will find me on the stairs trying to program and to finish this project.
Just fully hooked into it.
Exactly. And for the rest, like 2 or 3 years after this was the case for me.
Consumed your life.
Yes, it's but eventually it paid off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
exactly. This is why I'm with you here. If you don't show dedication, in your past, you will grow very slow. Your mindset will not change that much, but with time, you understand that no, being able to dedicate your time in your early career is the best thing you can do for your entire life.
I completely agree. I also think that the top 10% or even top 1%, whatever, right, of whatever industry you're in, whatever line of work, to get to that, you have to be obsessed in what you do. You have to love it. You have to go to sleep excited about doing that thing the next day. You know, I think it's so important.
The thing is, you don't go to sleep excited. You go to sleep like angry because you didn't finish. So you are willing to wake up early next day to complete what you were working on.
To get it completed.
Yeah.
I love that. That's good. And then after this, what was your first real role in the industry? You've been to university. You've obviously dedicated everything to it. What was your first role in tech after that?
In the university, I was only freelancing.
Okay.
I didn't accept any because I didn't need to. I was working like honestly as a waiter for 2 years.
Did you learn then? Sorry, did you learn a lot more yourself? And you was like, you know, going back home and learning all these things, and you did actually from university classes, would you say?
No, I will tell you a little bit of it. I was lucky in the university because I had good doctors.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so the doctors supported me a lot. Without them, also, I can say that there will be a lot of things that I didn't learn. Even for AI and machine learning, there was a doctor, he was very strong in them. So I understand the fundamentals from him.
Nice.
And for the front end, also this changed, like going from native to a framework. There was another doctor who helped me in this. So those doctors, they were actually professionals working in big companies and teaching us in the university.
Nice.
This is why I didn't want to work somewhere else. I was focused with my doctors, focusing on the actual course projects. My colleagues were working, were making some money, but at that point, I was only focusing not on money, on learning and evolving myself. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And then after this, what was your first role post-university?
My first role actually was I had three offers, 2 of them full-time and 1 internship.
Oh, nice.
I chose the internship because of the lead.
Okay.
Because of the team lead.
The guy that you was going to be working with?
Yes, the guy that he will mentor me in my first job. And he's now a friend, and I'm very proud of him. And I thank him always for giving me this 2 years of my life and my first experience, teaching me, changing my mindset. Also from the technical side, how to work, like the kind of project he was giving to me was exceptional. No one, and in my first 2 years, the projects I worked on, still till today, I remember. Last year, I found out that there was a technology that some companies started to using it, but I was using it 9 years ago.
Wow. What technology was it?
It's there are some libraries that, let's say, for calendars, this is a front-end side.
Yeah.
For dynamic forms. Back then, it was very not mature, but you can use it. And there was no documentation, no nothing. So we always go and read the full packages, understand exactly what to do, and we go and implement them in our softwares. So now the documentation is much better. You can ask ChatGPT about it. He will tell you. He will give you exactly the code that you need to write. It was previously it took us 1 month to complete one feature. Now you can complete it in 5 minutes with ChatGPT.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are so right though, and I feel like even in my career, I was super lucky. When I first joined my first business in recruitment, the person I worked with was a really great mentor. And I think that's so important for anybody that gets their first role in the industry. You can excel yourself so fast if you work super close with somebody that can teach you a lot and be a really great mentor. I think it's so important.
Yeah, correct.
What, obviously you had your first role in the industry. What was that actually building? What was the stuff you was building back then?
It
what
was
products?
A healthcare platform. I was only responsible for the front end. Somehow I was focused only on front end. It never came into my mind to learn back end at that time. But after this project directly, I knew I screwed up in back end, and then I learned the back end side of the story.
Was it a large business then, the health tech stuff, or what was the sort of size of the team then?
It was a large project. The team was very small. We were around 6 team members. The backend team was very late for the front end, so we completed everything before them. And then we discovered at the end of the project that they need a mobile app. And the project manager forgot actually that this was a requirement. And then we built a mobile app in 1 week. I built it myself.
Wow.
So also this was one of my achievements in this position. It reflected directly on my CV later on.
What was that? What mobile app did you build? Was it iOS? Was it Android?
We built something. It was we used Xamarin. It's
yeah.
You know what?
Xamarin, yeah.
Yeah. So we used it to transfer all the front end code that we built to a mobile mobile thing, and then we bring something called Electron on top of it, so we can do the desktop version of it. So it took us only 1 week to complete iOS, Android, and
it's quite niche, isn't it? Not many people have that skill set actually.
It's not the skill of Xamarin or Electron. Even now, I don't remember them specifically, but it's about learning how to learn. So if you know how to learn a specific technology, you can say you know everything. But you should have the will and the know-how on how to learn.
And the fundamentals.
And the fundamentals, yes.
And then after this role, how did you get to the position that you're in now? How many different businesses had you worked in, and what was your career path from the health tech to now being at Drive Terra?
It's very different. Up to Drive Terra, there was multiple companies, but at each role there was something that changed you, something that make you another person or evolve you to another person. I applied to a company. It's a multinational company. I told them that I'm not a 5-year candidate, so they rejected me.
Oh no!
This is something don't do in interviews at all. You should tell us this. But I told them this. I'm very honest. And then it was a DevOps role, moving from full stack to a DevOps role.
Yeah.
DevOps is not something you can learn in university or anywhere else. The mindset of DevOps is very, very different from any other. You should be a problem solver.
Yeah.
So also, the guy who will be my team lead in this company, I knew him from the community. In Lebanon, we have a very good active community of developers. So he knew me, and I knew him. And he did the interview with me with assessment, etc. Technically, I passed. Behaviorally, because I don't want to stay for 5 years, I was rejected. After 3 months, they called me again that we need you
really
to join us. So I joined again, and 6 months later, my team lead, he left. So indirectly, I was a temporary lead.
You have to take that position, right? So you have to step up pretty quickly.
Exactly. I was the most senior compared to the rest of the team. And it's a matter of hand hunting. So other companies were trying to take over the team from this company because we were doing really great. We were handling, and if like I think up to 15 projects same time.
15 projects at once?
At once,
wow.
as a DevOps unit. So this is like one thing crazy. No one is able to do it in the whole region. Like maintaining 15 system together without downtime. This was very like
crazy,
crazy, exactly. And taking care, like leading, exposed me directly to AVP level. So I didn't have any senior between me and him in DevOps. So I am now the senior. I didn't have any staff, principal. Everything was kept because AVP and the CEO want directly to have hands-on on this unit. So at this point, there was a lot of things that changed me. Exposed directly to a C-suite level. People, a more strategic level, more like change the way you think. It's not now, you're not now technical. You're now a business guy.
You've kind of fast-tracked your career a little bit there then, haven't you? I guess it's almost, people say you have to be out of your comfort zone, but I guess you joined there as a senior engineer, for example. The guy that was the lead left, so you naturally got forced into that position.
Exactly.
With maybe not the experience, but you had to learn really quickly to do that.
And the support that, those people know that you are not, you don't have the experience before, but they want to invest in you. They want to let you try at least. Maybe they don't have another option, but at least they are there to help you. So with their help, I was able to learn very, very, very quick and to lead very quick. This is how I moved from being an engineer to a lead. In itself.
Nice. And what business was this at? Sorry, what company?
It's called the CME. It's a multinational company. They grew up from Lebanon. Now they're serving the world. They have 20 patents, I think. They're in the US. So yeah, it was a very good company to work with.
And do you feel like out of all the roles you had, do you feel like that was the role where you learned the most?
The role I learned the most was my first role.
With the lead,
Yes, this is definitely like an engineer. Now in Drive Terra, I'm learning much more, but not the technical. Maybe I'm learning from hardware. I'm learning from also from. I have, and when you reach the C level, you learn from other C levels. You don't learn from at this point. There is no one to give you feedback of what you are doing. So always meeting people like you, meeting people, other colleagues. We always do like private sessions with each other to review our work, to review our problems. I'm not sure if this is common between other people, but at least this is what I do with my CTO friends at this point.
Makes sense. So I guess like when I speak to a lot of other people, their career path happens maybe a bit slower, right? They're a mid-level engineer, senior engineer, principal staff engineer, then the lead, the VP engineer, etc. But you was kind of pushed into that position very, very quickly. How would you say you are now in terms of getting into that CTO role now? Are you hands-on still, or how do you like to work generally?
I'm still hands-on. But the way I'm hands-on is I pick one thing once a week and I go and check it.
Nice.
Just like auditing after everyone. And sometimes, because I designed our system, so I know exactly if there is a bug somewhere, I can exactly know what is the root cause issue. So at this point, whenever there's something medium to high, I'm always hands-on on this. Other than this, I have also to focus on the product itself, like from a product management perspective. I should always keep in my mind the technical, because one of my strategies is like seniors and startups, at some point they are corrupted. Because if you want to hire from corporate or from enterprise, they will come and they want to relax. So if you want to build it quickly, the strategy is go and hire juniors with the right motivation, give them the right mission, and and you should evolve them. As I mean, same happened for me. I'm doing it for other juniors.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
You will have two seniors in your team, each one with his own team, and then you will help the seniors help the juniors. It's an endless cycle. And you will find that now, especially with AI, those juniors are actually seniors um, if you change their mindset. Technically, there is a lot of Sonic Cube will tell them if this is good or no.
Yeah.
If you add ChatGPT to your pipelines, it will give like a lot of feedback, technical feedback for them. But at the end, the mindset is what matters with those guys.
I guess like I was going to come on to hiring a little bit later, but I guess if we're on it now, it's quite a good thing to point out. If you're building out a team as a CTO at the moment, would you prefer to hire junior developers and you can kind of mold them into the mindset and the right skill sets for what you need? Or would you prefer to hire seniors that maybe have got experience, they can hit the ground running, I guess, a bit quicker, but maybe their mindset's not quite the same?
You need to have someone strong with you. To be your failover, to be your backup, and to be your right hand. So you definitely need a senior, but you don't need that much of seniors to kick off, especially in startups. Being quick sometimes is better than having a good quality. That's why we rebuilt later on everything. At some point, because we need to be quick. If you don't be quick, someone else will eat you.
Yeah.
So. And seniors at some point they have families, they have life. Juniors, they only want, with us, you can have a meeting at 5 a.m. and the second day you give them an off day, but at least at 5 a.m. everyone is focused doing overnights. This, at some point, very rare in terms of seniors who will do this.
They've got that hunger, right?
Yes, this hunger is very, very important. In any business, not only in software, and everywhere. They're willing to learn, they're willing to do something and to have an impact. Today, someone from like an intern, I heard him as an intern. Later on, I found out that no, he's a junior level. He already worked on himself in a way that he's evolving even faster than me. That he sent me a message telling me that this is the best thing I ever did in my life. He rebuilt our mobile app and also around 2 months with AI. And with AI, we can rebuild everything.
And this is a guy that works for you?
And it's working.
Nice.
The senior went and reviewed his code every day with him until if he need to change anything, he will tell him change it directly.
Wow.
And there is always someone testing after them. So if you create the right circle, the right environment, the right process, this can work definitely for you. Later on, at a later stage, if you are now a scale up, now you need to add more seniors. At the beginning, you add more juniors, but then at the scale up level, you start adding or balancing your team and doing the right levels and doing the right, building more small teams working independently together.
I also feel like that builds a nice culture. Let's say, for example, you're building a startup, right? And you hire a bunch of juniors that are super energetic, hungry, will work around the clock. There's that environment. It's like a cult-like environment. Everybody's working super hard together. And then when the seniors join later down the line, they kind of have to keep up with that pace, right?
Exactly. Then you will have a very
otherwise they're going to be like, the higher paying guys aren't doing enough work.
Exactly. And I hope this culture spread, because the current culture is lay off people and the other one will work.
Yeah.
But you can do the other thing around. You can hire the strong people in terms of mindset, in terms of speed, and then add people to them. You will have a better team.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. So back to Drytera as well. What would you say, since you've been building everything that you have, what would you say the biggest challenges that you have faced during that journey, that process?
First, I'm still around 8 to 9 years of experience. This usually don't happen that much. For Drytera specifically, we tried with multiple. They tried before me with multiple CTOs. The thing is, no one can claim that he's a CTO without the right skills. There was people with 25 years of experience, but they don't have the energy to build from scratch. They are enterprise guys.
Different mindset, isn't it?
They can only manage. So you need the right mindset for a startup, and that's why. And then they hired me. And this is my first time as CTO. It's not like I'm a 10-year CTO.
Yeah.
This is my first time as CTO. So your first time is always also challenging. Everyone will say he's very young to be a CTO.
Yeah.
Everyone will be pushing, but at least the CEO believed that I can do it. The thing is, I consulted Terra before like the day they started the idea, and then I wasn't available for full time, so they hired another one, and then I came back to Terra.
Wow. Okay.
So when I came back, the CEO knew exactly that he should continue with me since day one, but I was not available because, especially in the Arabic world, I told you this before, that you need to give your word. If you give your word, this is your contract. It's not about signing the actual contract. So whenever I'm committed to someone, I can't leave him before the circumstances are there. You can't leave directly for a better role or a better job or a better salary. Even if you get peanuts in salary, if you give the word,
that means everything.
This means everything in the Arabic and the MENA region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what was you? Was you still in another position at the time when you was in consulting then? You were still in a full-time role and then you was doing consulting on the side?
Yes, exactly. It's like just helping. Even you can't consider it consultancy, full consultancy. Just tell a founder how to start from a technical perspective, because not all founders are technical people.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and the best scenario is they should not be technical. If a CEO is with you, he should be a sales guy. He should know how to sell, how to hire, how to do marketing, how to do everything, and leave the technical for you. Trust you in the technical side. So this kind of trust relationship. It will evolve the startup. It will let the startup succeed and be technically stronger. Technically, is from software side, from hardware side, from all the aspects of the startup. Yeah, so this was not a challenge for me. Like, trust was already there since I joined. The other challenge was to find the right talent. We tried multiple times with seniors, but eventually we went up with juniors. This is where I know that okay, my strategy is working.
Yeah.
At least to hire a team of juniors where they have the right motivation to work with you.
What would you class as a junior at that point in time? How many years experience? Or was it literally their first job out of university?
No, if it's the first job, I consider him internship.
Okay.
Then after 6 months internship, I don't do 2 months or 3 months. This is just a joke.
Yeah.
Forever. After 6 months of internship, I can start like saying he's a junior, but not for everyone. At some point, I let people go before even completing 6 months.
Yeah.
But some people, I tell them you are a junior from the first month with us, and their salary will change. Like even the treatment will change for them. Some people came with the right mindset. Some people didn't have like the will to change their mindset.
Yeah, makes sense. And where did you hire the juniors from? What area of the world? Was it in Lebanon or?
You can hire from wherever you want. For me, like I hired from Lebanon. I have a good relationship with multiple universities.
Makes sense, yeah.
We had a team from Tunisia, and we have people from India as well, all same time.
Nice.
So we have three nationalities in the same team right now. So yeah.
When you was doing the rebuild, what did the team look like? How many people was there? Yourself and how many juniors?
No, it's not one junior. We had 2 seniors and 10 juniors.
Okay, wow, yeah.
I can't say all of them are juniors. We had some mid-levels, but the early mid-level.
Yeah.
So considering this, it was like a team of 13, including me, trying to build everything again. It was not a challenge, but like managing the team rather than managing the roadmap. What you need to build in 3 months. What is the best thing you can do? How we want to build it, taking into consideration you want to grow with this code base for the future, because your old succeeders, they failed like thinking about scalability.
Yeah.
So when you build with scalability in mind from day zero, you will not face that much challenges after 1 or 2 years. One thing, I was in a panel And I told everyone that, look, build fast, build your MVP. At some point, don't think about spaghetti code or don't think about being chaotic, but you need to raise your first million. If you raise it, then you'll be able to raise more, and you'll be able to, at that point, you don't mind spending $1 million on building the perfect software for your client or for your team or for your company, but at least start, at least build the right mindset, then the millions will come.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's when you was building the MVP, right? And how long did it take?
Rebuilding like the actual MVP with the actual requirement, it took us 3 months.
Wow.
Why? Because we didn't rebuild everything. We already had the core. Like we had our protocols. The communication between the hardware is already there. We didn't design everything from scratch. We only took everything back to its initial state and then combined everything again with the right architecture.
Nice. Must have been a pretty good relief though, right? Because if people have tried and failed it and then you guys as a team managed to do it, it must be a pretty proud moment.
Exactly. And at the same time, Anagami team, they moved OSN, they migrated OSN from an old version to a new version also in 4 months. So it was like, we are 13 people in the team, software only talking.
Yeah.
OSN, they are, with Anagami team, they are a very big team, maybe 200 people. We did the same time, like rebuilding an app or rebuilding something from scratch.
Nice. What would you say the biggest lessons are then, if you could tell anybody else, in terms of actually hiring and building teams? You've mentioned that hiring juniors is great. What about, I don't know, is there anything else that you think would be a lesson you've learned or any advice you would give just on the hiring side of things?
No, from hiring side of thing, you need to enable your team. You can't add a lot of rules and they will feel very tight.
Yeah.
So you need to enable them. Provide them support, growth. This is not only for junior, this is for senior and juniors at the same time. Provide them the support to grow. Show them that they can be better than you at some point. And this is very true, because a lot of employees, they see if they surpass their manager, there will be a fight. So don't be this manager. Be the one that will help them be better than you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I also think that's a really nice quote. A really nice trait for a manager to have, right? If they want their staff to be better than them, because on the other hand, some people wouldn't, if they get to a certain standard and they're starting to feel like they're getting better than them, they'll put a stop to that, right?
Exactly.
And it becomes a bit of a jealous element where other people, good managers, would be super proud of that and they want everyone to excel as quick as possible.
Exactly. The other trait is also to be like a good listener. You are inside the barrier of work, but actually at some point you will notice that your people are passing. They have something bad in their life happening. So there is a border you should not cross, but also you should know exactly where you can play. Let's say maybe this guy he need 2 days off, but he see that we are very tight on deadlines. At some point, go and give him. Don't be like you should show empathy.
Yeah.
You should listen, and not in terms of they will go and tell you in your ear, but at least listen to their voice in the morning.
Yeah.
In the stand up, how you are feeling. Are you feeling good? You're not feeling good? The first stand up I was responsible on, stand up usually have 3 questions: what you did, what you're willing to do, and what challenges.
Yeah.
But also always add how you are feeling.
That's a good one.
Yes. Know how your team is feeling, and you will be able to better manage your team. And also, there is one very important thing, and you should be able to communicate between the upper level on you and the lower level. You are this liaison, you are this bridge between both levels. So you should communicate the vision from the board to the team, and you should communicate the challenges from the team to the board.
Yeah.
If you fail in this, also you can't show. You should show balance between here and here.
Yeah.
If you don't show this balance, you will fail directly.
Makes sense. How have you managed to, or how do you feel about remote teams, right? Because obviously you're quite global. There's people from Tunisia, from Lebanon, from India, etc. How have you found that? But also, I feel like, and this is one thing that I think is very true, specifically in the MENA region, is different nationalities working with each other, because different people have different backgrounds and different, I guess, culture things,
exactly.
right?
There is always a like in Lebanon, if I make my head like this means no. But if I make the same for another, maybe from India, also from India, there's multiple like gestures. This means yes.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yes, I always explain this for cultural difference. So whenever you're introducing two nationalities together, explain the difference.
Wow, interesting.
If you explain the difference between each other, they will now understand themselves better. So and at some point you might hire people that they don't know English that much good. So this always will add more challenges on you.
Yeah, of course.
So enabling them to understand each other, and you should explain how this culture work and how this culture work for the team. Then they will not have any like problems working together.
Yeah.
And one of the good things is about remote is at some point it give you more productivity.
Yeah.
You save the commute time to the office. We used to have an office in Lebanon, and the guys, the developers from Lebanon, were working inside with other departments. Now the whole team is more like remote first. If you want to work from home, work from home.
Yeah.
Why? Because he will be happier. Being happy as a developer means being more productive.
Yeah.
And this is not like a statement from me. Yesterday I was reading this, like someone actually did a study about the relationship between happiness and between productivity.
Really? Yeah. What was it saying?
It's saying that he assumed that what is happiness at first and why it affect productivity. So he came up, he studied 2,000 people, multiple ages, multiple levels, multiple seniorities. And then he came up that happiness will affect not only being productive, also the quality of the work.
Yeah.
At the end, not in terms of how you generate how many line of code, but is this line actually quality or no?
Yeah. I think it makes so much sense, because even in myself, right, when you're stressed and you're under pressure or you feel sad or angry about something, you're much less creative, aren't you? And the flow of work happens a lot harder. So if you're happy, then it makes a big difference.
Yeah. And one thing also you need to add, make sure there is a feedback loop. Don't be this manager where no one, at some point, one team member came to me, he tell me, I'm having problem with this guy. Okay. You can tell him, okay, I will speak to him, and then go to this guy. They will hate each other if you do this, being the one in the middle. Tell him, I will talk to him, but I want you also to talk to him.
Yeah.
Then they will go, and especially different nationalities, they will understand them, each other in a better way. He will tell you, or they will tell each other that you did this, or you did this, you did this, and then the other one will explain why he did this. When there is a why, nothing will be like extraordinary.
Well, back on the happiness side of things, it's springing to mind. I remember watching a video of the Google offices, and they have like slides, they have sleeping zones. It's like a happy environment for you to be in, right? So you can do best.
The thing that affect mostly the the happiness in this study, by the way, was not the offices. It was the manager, the leaders. A lot of people
makes
leave
sense, yeah.
Those environment at the end, but no one leave a good manager.
Yeah, so true, because if you look at it in two different mindsets, right? You could have the most amazing company in the world, but if your direct line manager, you don't get on with them, or you don't feel like you get on or whatever, then you will hate your job naturally. On the other side, you might not work for a big, flashy, amazing company, but if the person you work with is going to be an incredible mentor, then it's completely different, isn't it?
Correct, definitely.
Yeah. If we look at, I guess, tech as a whole, right? So the industry, maybe the industry that Drive Terror is in, or just general in tech, what would you say that the biggest shifts have you seen over the kind of last 5 to 10 years have been in tech generally?
AI is kind of a shift.
Yeah.
If you go and watch Shark Tank, you will see everyone saying AI, but they don't understand that AI was there from the 60s, 70s. AI is very, very old. very old technology.
I think most people think it's 3 or 4 years old, right?
Exactly.
If I was to speak to my parents, for example, that's what they would say if they're not involved in tech at all.
Exactly. So AI is very old. But now the impact of AI is shifting the world.
Yeah.
So this like one of the game changer in the past 3 to 5 years. The other thing around is the urban technology, the green technology, how your code affect the carbon emission. I don't think that a lot of people think about this.
Yeah.
But at the end, if you are using AWS, let's say, you can measure your footprint, your carbon footprint. Now, if you go to, if you book a ticket with an airplane, they will tell you, like a flight ticket, they will tell you how much carbon this will save. Some flight might save better than the other flight. So this is a little bit changing as well in the past 5 years exactly. And this is what we're trying to do in Terra. Also, we're saving some emission and some carbon from the environment, but it's not also reflected in us. It's reflected everywhere you go right now.
Interesting, because I feel like not many people would think of that initially when they're choosing a technology stack. Do you think they're going to be thinking about, is that going to be carbon effective, for example?
No, I never saw.
Yeah.
I never saw anyone. My voice. I never saw anyone. Good. I never saw anyone like thinking about this.
Yeah.
Early on. Later on, the company will have like a mission to be green.
Yeah.
And they will go and hire consultants, environmental people. But if you think about this from the beginning, you're doing something great in terms of green technology.
Yeah. Can you give me an example then? Because I'm not massively clued up on this. What would be a technology stack people use which is very bad for carbon emissions against one that it'd be very good for carbon emissions?
So it's not about the specific stack.
Okay.
First, before this, I will tell you one thing. Now in Dubai, you have the golden visa and you have the blue visa. Or it's blue or green. I'm not sure about which one. The blue visa is for environmental people. So here, this is why I'm telling you about the change in the past few years. This also reflected on the visa type itself. And moving from this back to your question, it's about resource consumption. How much resource your code will consume, the less impact on the environment you will have. If you go and reserve a server, very big server, the server need electricity and need water, need a human, need a lot of things to manage. So the less servers you use, the less footprint you will have. Same if your app is optimized on the app of the end user app, also this will require less electricity on the phone itself.
Yeah.
So the impact is like this butterfly effect.
Yeah.
It's a small thing, but it will affect a lot of
everything
things
further down the line.
Exactly.
So interesting when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What would be, I'm trying to think of a good question to ask here, but what would be the equivalent of a car that gives out emissions, right? What would the software version of that look like? What would it have to look like in terms of servers? How big would the servers have to be? How much data would it have to mine or whatever? I'm not sure.
The thing is, I don't have the numbers, but if we can Google it now, you will get exactly how much an electric car has a footprint, or how much a diesel car will have a footprint.
Yeah.
And then if you go to AWS, there is a section for this carbon stuff. This will generate you credits. Some companies, they generate carbon credits and then they sell it again. So this will help them in taxes, and in Europe specifically. And the region, it does not help a lot in taxes. Taxes are very low, essentially. But in Europe or the US, there is some like tax stuff related to the carbon footprint. So AWS will give you actually like this region. If you put your server in Ireland, it's better than putting it in Paris, because in Ireland they use 100%. At least this is what I remember, 100% green energy.
Okay.
So your footprint will be much less. From putting your code somewhere else.
Interesting.
So multiple factors will affect your software in terms of being environmental friendly.
I think I've seen people, to be honest, when I have seen this sort of stuff brought up, people using it quite heavily as a marketing tool for their business, because if they really label themselves as green tech or whatever, right, then it can be quite attractive. I don't know whether that's for investors or marketing, etc. What about the next? I guess that this kind of brings us into that question, but what are the biggest changes you think we'll see over the next 5 to 10 years? Whether it's for the emission stuff, whether it's for AI, where can you see it going?
For AI, I think also I see that we're going back from AI at some point. You were talking a lot in the past 3 years that AI will replace everyone, but we will figure out that in the next 3 years that AI will complement everyone. I don't think we will see the AGI in the next 3 years, or then maybe the next 5 years, because I always say that math is way advanced than physics. So if you want to have an AGI, we will have a limit now in terms of GPUs, in terms of NVIDIA is a $3 trillion company, but what is its capacity? So whenever we see more advancement in physics, we will be able to see another like a hype in AI in itself. But for the next 2 years, it will be the same as of now. From an environmental perspective, there will be more like green cities, more urban projects. Let's say Neo in Saudi Arabia. It's a full city without like with minimal carbon emission.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of projects coming under this umbrella. I hope that we can reflect this more in software, and in terms of how what is our software footprint on the environment itself.
Nice. Makes complete sense. I remember we spoke about this last time we met, right? And I think it's a really interesting take on it, because sometimes I'll speak to people and they literally get super scared of AI and they think it's going to replace every single human being's role. Whereas I know when we had our conversation last time, you thought that people are maybe a bit slower off hiring these past couple of years because they think we can replace a lot of our headcount with AI, for example. However, maybe over the next few years, they realize that that's not the case, and people will start to re-add headcount into their businesses just with the enhancements, right?
Especially for softwares, maybe some roles will be replaced.
Yeah.
But everything that has human interaction, especially with customers, a lot of companies now are coming back to adding a human to the loop. So customer support, okay, we'll add a human back. But we will use AI to make the quality much better.
Yeah. Makes sense. I think people will crave people, right? People will crave that human interaction a lot more.
Yes.
Even like in my world, where people are saying we might get rid of all of our salespeople and recruiters and we might just use AI bots, for example. And I think that if I was maybe a CTO and a recruiter called me or whatever, and they called me pitching a candidate or a solution or whatever, and I thought they was a human for the first 20 minutes of that call, and then I realized it wasn't a real person, I would almost feel like
disappointed.
Yeah, I'd feel like, oh no, I can't carry on this conversation, which I know is weird, but maybe that's a mindset shift I'll have to change. But
you will feel like you can close the line.
Yeah.
In this phase.
I'll feel cheated almost.
It's not a face, it's an AI.
Yeah. It's so strange, isn't it? Okay, cool. What I guess as we wrap things up slightly, what advice would you give to people that want to be into your position now, want to be a CTO? You've got there super quick, 8 or 9 years in the industry and you're already in that CTO position. What advice would you give to someone that's getting into tech for the first time? Maybe they're a junior right now and they want to be in your position as soon as possible.
For juniors, define your target. I know since I began that I want to be at this position at some point.
Manifested it.
Exactly. So if you want to be manifest in your hand, and then define the skills back that you need to learn with time. This will give you a roadmap for yourself, at least. Everyone has his own roadmap, but this will give you one roadmap. And don't be like very sticky to your goals, because life will take you. Life will have different plans for you, and at every time you will be like surprised how this happened at the end. So that's one thing for very junior.
Yeah.
For senior, I always tell them, go out of your bubble. Go out of your comfort zone. If you stay in comfort zone, you will stay same place where you are. I understand that some people have some challenges moving on, changing maybe their lifestyle, but you need to reconnect with your younger self for another few years in order to reach a better position. at some point. If you feel that you want to be in your comfort zone, then stay in your comfort zone, because it's not an easy job to be a CTO. It's a very hard job. You will go back directly to your bed and sleep at some point, and then you will wake up and continue. You will not wake up and go watch Netflix or watch a movie. You will go and continue your job. It's not a 9 to 6 job. Being a CTO, you might not be a co-founder. You might not be the founder, but you are someone who owns part of the company, from decisions, from implementation, from execution. So you should be the actual owner at that point. If you fear ownership, it's not your place to be here.
Yeah. Awesome. I think that's amazing advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liam.
Mohammad, that was awesome. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Habibi. Pleasure meeting you again. And I hope everyone will benefit at least from this conversation.
100%. Lots of value in there. One last thing. If people want to drop you a message or speak to you, reach out maybe for some advice, where would be the best point to contact you?
On LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But be very quick, because people are spamming us with the sales pitch. You know this.
People like me.
Yes. Not like you. I mean, I remember the first time you messaged me on LinkedIn, there's a lot of recruiters, at least, or not recruiters, SaaS.
Anything,
sales,
right? Yeah.
Anything. They go and send 10 messages. So just having a quick context from the beginning will make me decide directly, okay, I'll reply. That's it.
Amazing. Lovely. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.